What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and we just got a meh ending to NXT. Man, all right. So let's get right into it. And this was it's kind of a rough NXT. You know, nobody's a bigger supporter of NXT than I am. You guys know I love me some NXT, but aside from Gable, Jordan, and the Ascension, not a lot really happened. This was an episode that was really focused on women's and tag team wrestling. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, one of the strengths of NXT has always been the fact that it can go ahead and be different each and every single week and not focus the main guys. I love that. I love that they're able to do it consistently. I love that it always works when they do it. It's a good thing. But tonight, I think the one of the bigger strengths for NXT is the match work. It didn't show up tonight with some of the matchups. It seems like some of the people that they really pushed hard, they put in there with some, I don't want to say lesser talent, but just people that it just was not really, it didn't work out. I mean, let's start with Carmella and Nia Jax. I don't know if it was lack of chemistry. I don't think the match was bad, but it just seems like Nia Jax needs to be in there with the right type of person all the time, or things just don't translate well. I might be a little bit harsh on Nia right now, but not really. I still love her. I think she's great. I think there's a few moves that she kind of needs to eliminate because every match has been the same, and you can only see it, especially with a big person, you know, whether it be man or woman. When you have a big imposing figure, if they do the exact same sequence every single time, you get sick of it. And I think Nia Jax could be heading down that road. She's one of the few people that we're seeing week in, week out, all the time. They've been pushing her hard, having her have a match every week. Not everybody does that in NXT, so that's a little bizarre. For me, outside of Gable, Jordan, and the Ascension, the best thing was Eva Marie's outfit. I thought she came out there topless. That thing was the perfect skin tone. God damn, Eva Marie's fine. Now look, I know she's horrible, and she proved it once again tonight that she's not ready. But damn, she's good looking. Just unbelievably good looking. It was an unbelievably hot crowd tonight. The crowd was just on fire. Absolutely in fuego, and they would not let Miss Eva Marie talk. They did not let Eva Marie talk at all. I mean, would not let her get words out. But that's something that Eva Marie at this point, because it happened every time she comes out, I thought she would have handled a little bit better. I like the shut up, you nerds or you geeks, whatever she said. I like that line. I thought it was a good line. But other than that, I mean, she waited too much. She restarted a couple of times, which is never the right move. You never do that. And she just continued to do that. And I think that kind of falls flat. So look, we're going to get into copious amounts of notes. We're going to start right from the beginning and go right through the card. You guys feel free to call in on Skype, David Vancura, DAVID-VANCURA, or just use the number 702-751-2902. But make sure no matter what you do, you go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I want you to Bayley to belly that like button. I want you to give the people's elbow to that like button. I want you to give the Tonkin death grip to that like button. And then when no one's looking, when no one's around, I want you to finger that like button. I want you to kiss that like button. But make sure you do the exact same to the subscribe button, because we're almost at 1,600 subs, and that's because of you guys. Thank you very much for that. Make sure you continue to support the channel in a myriad of ways. You could do so many different ways. You can buy a t-shirt at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com, or you can donate right to the channel and say, "What up, fat man? I love what you do. Here's a little tip." Do that, or Jason Voorhees will destroy your soul. So there you go. If you do decide to donate, by the way, you'll get the $1 Million Laugh. I think I got the $1 Million Laugh fixed tonight, by the way. I think it's working. So you'll get the $1 Million Laugh, and I'll read your question, comment, concern, gripe, quip, whatever, right here live on the air. So there you go. Let's get into it. A quick shout out to everyone in the chat. Josh Lines, Terry, of course, the Snow Queen in Winnipeg. She is moderator once again. Night Pittsburgh boy, he's up in there. That's always great. Sal Cajeda, my unbelievable graphics guru. Great job on Dave's Save Point. Everything that you did on Dave's Save Point was on point. Thank you very, very much for that. Alex Williams, big shout out to you as well. Let's take a phone call before we start really kicking this thing off. Tony Hall, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up? Not much, man. I watched NXT. I missed the first part of it. I forgot. And I watched the end of it. It was really, really good. The women's match was really, really good.
It was good. It was okay. I don't think it was anything spectacular. The ending was kind of out of nowhere, but it was a good match. It was solid. I like Alexa Bliss's progression. She's not quite at Bayley's level yet or anything like that, but I do like her progression. I would have liked for her to get a little bit more offense in, because usually when you have a feud that's been building for a while, and their feud's been going back for quite a while, that the match is a little bit more epic, and it doesn't feel as one-sided. Bayley dominated a good portion of this match and was really able to hit a pretty straightforward Bayley to belly to get the victory. So that was a little disappointing, because it basically means that Miss Alexa Bliss, future Mrs. X Vancura, is getting completely swept to the side, and seeing Eva Marie come out kind of confirms that. As disgusting as it may be.
They need to get rid of her out the TV. Get rid of her. She's not ready for the TV's championship.
You don't got to get rid of her, but you definitely got to slow her down.
Yeah.
You definitely got to slow her down.
Yeah, well, she is progressing, but she's not going to allow her to work. Going to go to the women's championship.
See, I think she regressed tonight. I thought tonight was a regression. I thought her mic work was sloppy. She let the crowd get to her. Now, granted, I do think it was unfair what the crowd did to her tonight, man. I mean, they were ruthless.
What they saying?
She could draw a lot of heat, but not all heat is good. And I don't know if this is good heat or bad heat. Part of me thinks that it's bad heat, but then I'm like, the crowd is enjoying it so much, really giving her the business, that maybe it is good heat. Maybe there's something here. I don't know. This is still, I'm on the fence with this whole situation. But she certainly should not be having a title opportunity.
No. Once she gets a baby stats, then she progresses, then you will get the title shot.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. It looks like they're giving her a title shot next week, which I just don't get.
I think Baker's gonna get her, just get beat on her. But I'll put the tag team match. The Ascension, what's that guy's name? Dustin and
Gabriel, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan.
Dustin.
That was fantastic.
That's a good match. That was an awesome match.
It was great. Once again, I mean, this is what Jordan Gable do, man. They do this night in, night out. Every time they get in the ring, they have so much chemistry together. They're so good at what they do. Their timing is perfect. Everything they do is really good. And Jesus Christ, was the Ascension over at Full Sail University.
Yeah,
send the Ascension back to NXT. Send them back there.
They're good. They're good tag team partners. They're awesome.
Oh, they're a great tag team. Just not up on WWE. they're not. Their shtick doesn't work there. It doesn't play. They make them too hokey. But it works at NXT, by God.
Yeah.
They were so over tonight.
Yeah, I give that one tonight. That match, that team alone, I give that 7.5. Man, that's awesome matches.
That's kind of fair. I thought everything else was kind of lackluster. Nothing else really jumped out at me tonight. I do love the tag champs. I love Wilder, Dash, and Dawson. I love those guys. I really do. They remind me of Olin Arn Anderson. I absolutely love them. But that match bored the balls off me tonight.
Me too. I'm just bored myself, and I'm like, why did the tag team comes out and bore us? You know,
there are too many good tag teams on NXT for the tag champs to be taking on two jobbers. You know, two
Yeah.
guys who are at the bottom of the developmental. That doesn't make sense to me. These are tag team champions. They just came off beating the Vaudevillains. They could have taken on anybody of consequence. How about Fuller and Sawyer and Fuller? I mean, put those two in there with them, or D'Angelo, whatever, and Sawyer, whatever the hell their names are. Somebody that we know.
Somebody. Very true. And I do agree. And why? I think the tag team down there is excellent. They building it. It's intriguing. Myself, I need someone like Ascension and those guys. What's the other tag teams? Let me think.
You got Cass and Enzo. You got the Hype Brothers. You got all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of tag teams down there right now.
Yeah, make it what's it called, this a tournament for a number one contender spot at the tag team titles.
Well, they don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. They got their number one contenders. It's going to be Gable and Jordan. Those guys, they're building this feud. It's going to happen. That's been the whole idea all along. So I don't think that's an issue at all.
No,
it's just they do need somebody that can bridge the gap if they're we're weeks away from this happening. I don't. Their style, what Dash and Dawson do so well, is they absolutely just decimate body parts. And for that to be really effective, you kind of have to care about the person they're doing it to. So when they're just beating up on, like, me or you, well, who gives a shit about that?
No one.
Who gives a flying fornication if they beat up Dead on Dave? You know, it doesn't matter.
None doesn't matter to you. You're big man. You don't care. You know, just being you. And I would say I'm just, you know, I do agree. My wasn't Monday Night Raw. It was good. It was just like, come on, seriously. NXT is better. I will watch NXT every day. You know, I could watch it my whole mind. And I agree with you. What about the NXT Championship between Finn Balor and Samoa Joe? How do you feel about that?
It's gonna be awesome. I mean, it's since the second Samoa Joe walked into NXT, that has been the match everybody wanted to see. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's the best matchup that they can put together at the moment. Where they decide to go after, who knows? Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin. I think James Storm could be a surprise guy in this division. There's plenty of people that really can step up. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot to go there, but Samoa Joe and Finn Balor should not just be a one-match thing. This should be a series. It should be a feud that lasts a while.
Yeah. I think they would have a what's it called? I don't even think of it. NXT Takeover in London.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm so excited to see that one.
It's going to be pretty awesome. Hey, what's your rating for tonight, bud?
For me? Yeah. The whole thing, I'm going to give it 7.5.
Awesome. I appreciate the call,
what you give it? What are you giving it?
I'll say that later on. You gotta tune in to get the rating. You gotta keep watching for the rating of the copious one. I just don't give that away.
No.
Somewhere around a 7, though. Somewhere around there. Okay. I appreciate the call, Tony.
No problem.
Take it easy, buddy. Keep it copious.
I will.
Over the top rope, you go. So there you go. You know, it was an interesting night tonight. Nothing blow you away spectacular, but very, very good in parts. But kind of, it was a meat and that's what I'm going to call it. That's what it really was. It was a meat and potatoes night. It was an absolute meat and potatoes night. Just one of those situations where they're like, here's this. We're going to get from A to B. We're going to get from A to B, and there was nothing bad. There was nothing bad. And Eva Marie's shirt really made it better for me. God damn it, man. I thought she was naked. Let's take another call. Sod Villa, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, Dave? I didn't watch the show at all, but I just saw that Eva Marie got that title shot next week, and I'm really excited for her. I can't wait till she wins next week. I'm a big fan, man. I'm a big fan the show and everything.
I don't know if you did, like. I feel like you're trolling me.
I'm not. I swear.
You're a real Eva Marie fan?
Yeah, I want her to become Divas Champ next year. I mean, next week.
You're all red everything?
Yeah, I'm all red everything.
I can't wait. Are you wearing a red wig right now?
No, but if she doesn't win next week, I'm going to start boycotting NXT.
You know what? Hashtag Eva Marie matters. There you go.
Yeah. So, what do you think her chances are realistically of her winning next week? Because I want her to see her be the champ.
Well, should be 0% chance. 0% chance.
Come on. No, what?
0.
What?
She should have a 0 out of 1,000,000%. She's nowhere near ready, man. She's so marketable. She's smoking hot, but she can't talk. She can't wrestle. She can't be the NXT champ. Look, the NXT Women's Champion is the most legitimate women's wrestling champion on the planet. None
of that matters though when it comes to Eva Marie, because she can
it doesn't matter
she can
in
go
WWE.
make like millions. She can be The Rock, you know. She
can't be the no. My God, she can't be The Rock.
The woman Rock.
The Rock was a world-class athlete. He was a blue-chip athlete. Eva Marie can barely run the ropes. No, she can't. None of that matters though.
None of that matters. What matters is that she can make the big bucks.
She might be able to make the big bucks, but here's the thing. Whether she wrestles or not, she could still be that character. That's the problem here with WWE and their thinking here, because she could be a huge star without ever stepping foot in the ring. Look at what Lana did up until she started sticking her foot in her mouth. Look what Lana was doing. She didn't have to step into the ring, and she got completely over. Eva Marie could have been the exact same thing, but instead they have this wild idea. Well, let's make her a legitimate wrestler. The problem is, she can't do anything in the ring. She's got nothing going on. She's regressing. And now her mic
I'm not too sure about that one.
Her mic skills are even worse.
She's a wrestler. I like her wrestling.
No, get the fucking. Now you're fucking with me.
What? No, I'm not.
Now you're fucking with me.
She's a good wrestler.
No, she's not.
Are you joking? What? She's probably. I would rate her a better wrestler than Sasha Banks.
Oh my God.
I'm not trolling.
You are so trolling me right now.
No, I'm not.
You laid it on a little too thick with the Sasha Banks comment.
Nah, I believe that comment, though.
No, you can't possibly. I want to know this, man. Who is your drug dealer? We need to get in touch with that drug dealer and let him know that you've had either too much or too little. We don't know exactly which yet.
No, it's not even that. It's just that Eva Marie is the next top star, and I see her being in that position for like a very long time.
Look, here's the thing.
Even in the main roster.
The fans hate her. They will not let her talk. She got drowned out tonight, and she could not deal with it. She kept restarting her promo because she can't deal with getting booed. Her whole job is to get booed right now, and she can't deal with it. She can't do anything right. That's a problem.
No, that's just the NXT fans, because they're a bunch of idiots that don't know
anything. It'll be a million times worse on WWE. Look, this was 400 people. Made it sound like it was an arena at Madison Square Garden booing fucking Roddy Piper. Okay?
Well, yeah, she's a great heel. That even adds more to my cause.
No, she's not a good heel. She's just a detestable human being because nobody thinks that she deserves to be in this spot.
No, you're just a hater. I'll read everything.
That's what it is. Look, I think she's one of the most gorgeous creatures on the planet. I'm in love with Eva Marie. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. One of the most... I legitimately believe that Eva Marie is one of the top 15 most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. She is stunning. She's stunningly gorgeous. But that doesn't mean she should be NXT champion. She could be a huge star without ever having to disgrace the wrestling ring by getting in this match with Bayley.
No, but here's the thing. I really do think she's the next female Rock. You know what I mean? she can be that great of a star. I'm not even trolling, I swear. I really... It's like, I don't even know how to...
You're killing me tonight, man. This is great.
I don't even know how to explain this, but Eva Marie is just the best woman wrestler we've ever seen.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is.
And not in terms of like wrestling, but just in terms of how popular potential you have.
She's mastered the art of wrestling without wrestling. It's the biggest mind fuck in history. It's fantastic. I don't know how she figured that shit out, but that's it. That's it. She figured out how to be a fantastic wrestler without knowing how to wrestle. It's great.
Yeah. Well, that's how she's like so smart, and that's why she deserves the champion next week. That's why she deserves a championship.
Vince brought her in because of her brains. The size of her brains is exactly why she's there.
No, yeah, and that's also the other thing. Vince loves her, dude. Like Vince loves her, and that's why she's getting go so far.
Vince lusts her. Vince lusts her. I don't think he could tell you fact one about Eva Marie. He could probably tell you her cup size, but that's about it.
Well,
what color thong she's currently wearing?
I don't really care what the haters say. She should be she should win the champ next week. And if she doesn't, I'm in boycott NXT. That's
well. Here's the good thing about your boycott. It will be spacious. You will have all kinds of space to march around and have a one-man Sod Villa parade because I think you'll be the only one there.
And then one more thing. I just want to start a hashtag push Eva Marie and hashtag get Eva Marie.
Ava?
The belt.
Who's Eva Marie?
Ava
now
Marie.
You're definitely trolling because I gave it to her name right.
No, it's Ava, isn't it?
No, it's certainly
Ava. What
not.
are you talking about? It's Ava because I heard Corey Graves. He said Ava.
Oh, is that what? Well, Corey's never wrong. So there you go. Look, very good job tonight. That was the greatest troll job in history.
It's not a troll.
Oh, it is, and it's great. Commit to it though. Keep it going. Don't let it show. Kayfabe is not dead with Sod Villa. I appreciate the call, bud.
Okay.
Over the top rope you go. Sod Villa, how good was that? How good was Sod Villa? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I decided to go with it, man. Just completely go with it. It was fantastic. Oh, man. I don't want to bury Eva Marie as much as I do. I really don't because I would floss my teeth with her thong. I don't know how to be any more classy than that. That's basically the most class that I could come up with. I would floss with her thong after she wrestled a match. I have no problem with that. She's gorgeous. She's absolutely stunningly beautiful. That I can't go any farther than that though because she had all kinds of training, extensive training, and she had a moderate, very slight improvement in the ring. And now she hasn't wrestled in a very, very long time. Now she hasn't gotten in that ring in a while. We haven't seen her on TV in like 5 or 6 weeks. And now, after all that time off, now we're going to see her in a championship match. I don't think we are, though. If I had to guess, something that we saw last week is going to come back up, and that's Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax might get involved in that. DT the Staff says Dave rushes all his callers off the air but keeps a troll on for 5 minutes. I don't rush callers off the air. I rush certain people off the air when they bug the shit out of me or they have nothing else good to say. But I keep a lot of people on for a hell of a lot longer than I keep the troll. You can say what you want about Sod Villa. That shit was entertaining. That shit was inter-fucking-taining. So I kept them on. You got something to say, you stay on. You're interesting, you stay on. You annoy me, and I throw your ass over the top rope. It's not Russian. Look at Mr. Mendoza, who calls in every week. I give him 20 to 25 minutes sometime. Rod the Entertainer gets as long as he likes. Plenty of guys. Pittsburgh boy, I let him bug the shit out of me in 3 or 4 minute intervals because, frankly, it's all I could take without my head exploding. But I give him 3 or 4 calls a night. So, whatever, you know? All right, let's go ahead and get right into we're just going to run through exactly what happened on NXT tonight. take some more calls, and then deuce the hell out of here because it's 3:30 and I'm tired. Fallout 4 is taking away all of my sleep. But before we get to the copious amounts of notes, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. And make sure you go ahead and pick up a Dead on Dave shirt over at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. And if you're so inclined, go ahead and donate to the channel right in the description box below. Your donations help fund all kinds of good stuff, including the number 702-751-2902, which you can call in and we can get your voice heard. You know you want to get that voice heard. Because who doesn't want to get their voice heard? Everybody needs to be heard. All right, let's get into it now. We start off the show with Carmella and Nia Jax. Look, Carmella's got basically everything going for her. Basically everything. I think she's got the right look. I think she's unbelievably gorgeous. She's athletic enough to where I think that she's going to continue to progress in the ring. But I think that she exposed a problem that I think we're going to see over and over. Non-physical women's wrestlers like Carmella, I think, are going to have a hard time with Nia Jax. Carmella can move around the ring really, really well, but she's more of a quick type wrestler than she is like an Asuka or a Bayley who uses a little bit more brute force. Nia Jax doesn't work fantastically with the quicker ones, you know. I hate that little hip thrust she does into people's head. I hate that. Get rid of that move. And like I said earlier, it's gonna hold true. You gotta mix up her moveset. You can keep the moveset the way you want. If you only want to give her 7 to 10 moves, that's fine. But the order can't be the same every match. She can't do the same thing every single match. It can't be identical. She's not good enough to pull that off. Bret Hart had the same match each and every night. I mean, his sequence was always the same, but he was so good it didn't matter. He made everything he did look perfect, so it didn't matter to a lot of people because he was that good. She doesn't have that. She's got 7 to 10 moves, and that's about it. And she used them in the exact same order. They got to stop that. But she did get the victory with that leg drop. They did switch up her. She had a much more devastating finisher, but now they just went with the fat person leg drop, and I don't know. I kind of don't like that. I mean, why not just give her the fucking bonsai drop and really just disgrace her, you know? Like, hey, fat person, sit on him. That's the idea that's going around? Really? Sit on him? Drop the leg on him. She had a really devastating finisher. I liked what she did. It's escaping me right now, but I like that move. The leg drop, it's like, hey, fat girl, just jump on her. Hey, what's that? I don't like that very much, but it's okay. That's how us fat people are treated. Just sit on them. It'll be okay. Squash them. Squash them. There you go. After that, we got Alexa Bliss cutting a really good promo, man. I do like her progression that she's had coming up through the ranks and everything. She's done a really good job of continuing to grow, and we've seen her progress from a stripper, basically. When she was sparkle splash, blue-haired Alexa Bliss, she just looked like a stripper. Now she looks like an angry, evil stripper, and it's way better. Look, the woman can talk. Flat out. She can speak. She knows how to bring it in, harness that energy, and just explode on people. She did a great promo. I loved it. So that was really entertaining. I like where she's coming. She's nowhere near done yet. Nowhere near done. I don't know if she's done right now with Bayley. More than likely she is. But we're going to see more of Alexa Bliss. And hopefully they're going to keep her with Blake and Murphy. I believe she's actually dating Murphy. But hopefully they're going to keep that group together because that's a unit. That is a cohesive unit, and they're really, really good together. I enjoy them quite a bit. And then, of course, you know, her and I are going to one day get married. Actually, she will probably not marry me. She doesn't seem like the marrying type. She's going to be the person that puts a dog collar on me and makes me walk around and shoot people in the face to bug her. But I'll do it, too, because, damn, she's sexy. She's the evil sexy, too. That's the thing, man. She could just evil sexy me to death. Next up, it was the match of the night. Chad Gable, Jason Jordan versus the Ascension. The crowd, is there such a thing as a crowd being too hot? If there is, and I'm not saying that there is, but if there is such a thing, I think we may have witnessed that tonight. The crowd almost seemed like they were doing it ironically. And what I mean by that is they weren't reacting to a lot of the moves that you saw in the ring tonight. I noticed that in the women's championship match specifically. They weren't responding like with the big ups and downs and sways of the actual maneuvers. They were just getting lost in their own chants. I hate that shit. That bugs that because it's just hipsters. It feels like a whole bunch of fraternity hipster douches like, hey, brah. Hey, brah. Hey, bras. Yo, brah. Yeah, brah. Let's go to Full Sail Arena, brah. And what we'll do, we'll just chant all night, brah. Yeah, brah. That's a good idea, brah. Yeah, I know, bro, right? We're going to go there. And if anybody gives us any shit, we're going to check their privilege. That's right. That's what it felt like. Everything was just ironic, and they didn't care about the wrestling at all. We've seen in previous tapings that the crowd has been so into the wrestling and responding to the ebbs and flows of each match. We didn't really get that tonight. And I started noticing with Gable and Jordan because it was all about the yaws and everything, which I love because that was a big staple of the Ascension, but it was just at the entire match, you know, and I'm used to now Jordan and Gable getting these reactions because they may be one of the most over tag teams, and quickly, I might add, that I've seen in a very long time. These guys are incredibly talented, and it was a good match with the Ascension. I feel when you see the Ascension in matches like this, you realize just how much they're being squandered on the main roster. You know, part of me wants to stop seeing guys go to NXT. Part of me, a small part, except for the elite of the elite. If you're a fringe person, and I think arguably, even though they were dominant in NXT, the Ascension was probably a fringe gimmick. If you're a fringe gimmick, don't send them up. Let them continue to have success in NXT and let them build that brand, because wasting on the main roster is pointless. When they come back to NXT and you see the reaction that they get and you see the caliber of matches that they're able to have, it kind of just makes you want to punch a baby. It kind of just makes you want to just throw air haymakers at the screen because you don't understand why they're doing this. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So that's just frustrating as hell. But it is what it is. That, like, the NXT, the end game is still to create new stars to bring up to the main roster. And that's the mission statement. I mean, at the end of the day. Until the NXT really starts to turn a profit, because up until now, as far as I know, they're still operating at a loss. NXT, that is. Once they become a real entity, and I have a feeling that once the numbers for Brooklyn and this London tour are calculated, they will be operating in the positive. So we'll see. It's very interesting. But I enjoyed the Ascension and Jordan match very much. Thought it was very good, very well done. And then kind of everything fell asleep again after that. You know, Emma and Mary Kate. I love Emma. I love evil Emma. I love this new Emma. I hated bubbly Emma. I hated that. Emma Mite Sandwich, and I hated it. I wanted these to become like the fucking stabby things from Terminator 2. I wanted my hands to become liquid polyol and just stab myself in the face. Just just kill myself because it was so annoying. It really was. But this Emma, I love. I love her new look. I love her little OJ gloves that she's wearing. You know, the gloves that don't quite fit? That's what she's wearing. They're fantastic. Her OJ gloves are great. And they're probably not blood-soaked, so that's a good thing. They're fantastic. And I love how mean she is. I really do. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Mary Kate, another new girl. I hate saying that. Another new girl down there. She looked good. She put Emma over. She made Emma look really, really good. I like the way Emma used to have the Emma lock. Now it's kind of a little more deliberate, but I don't think it has the same torque that it did. She used to really torque that thing. It was the one thing about her character that really came through, was the way she would torque the Emma lock. Now it's a little bit more deliberate, and I that's a very small nitpick. Other than that, I love what they're doing with Emma, so hopefully that'll continue. We get a little bit of an update with Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. Baron Corbin probably cut his best promo to date. I think that's fair. Baron Corbin did really, really good work on the little promo that he had on Apollo Crews. I'm actually looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be very good, and now it's going to happen at London, so that's pretty cool. Dash and Dawson took on Corey Hollis and John Skyler. Who the hell cares? And I love what Dash and Dawson did. I love what they do because they are Ole and Arn Anderson to me. That's who I see when they come out. But when they wrestle the style that they do and they target a body part and just dominate that, you don't care when it's a jobber. There's no emotional investment. There's just nothing. It's like, who cares? Daddy, who are they wrestling? I don't know. But Daddy, you've been watching wrestling for 27 years. You don't know who these are? No, I don't know who they are. That's why Mommy is dating the mailman. All right, we're going home, you little bastard. That's basically what happens because nobody knows who these people are. I'm glad I have a swivel chair. Just something that I'm just thrilled about it. Little things really seem to make me happy. I just really only put it together right this second. I enjoy swiveling. I'm 32 years old. I don't think I've ever realized how much I enjoy the swivel. I need a good swivel every now and then. Anyway, it also gets announced after they finished your decimation of Corey Hollis and John Skyler, that they will be defending their titles against the Vaudevillains next week because they will be invoking their rematch clause. So there you go. Asuka was backstage with her mask on. They were about to do a promo, and then Dana comes out and challenges her to a rematch for next week. And Asuka takes off her mask and does a very creepy yes. And Emma and Dana are very happy because apparently she fell for a trap. And as Dana said, hook, line, and sinker. I hate the way Dana talks. Oh my God. It's horrible. Toothpicks in my eye. That's what I want to do. Let's take a call, man. 909, you're live with That on Dave. What you got?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's crack-a-lackin', man?
I'm good, man. I was a little late on this, but apparently Eva Marie's challenging Bayley. Is that correct?
That is correct. She came out after Bayley's championship match tonight wearing a shirt that was fantastic. It looked like she was naked. It was the perfect flesh tone color. I almost had a heart attack. It was great.
I know. Oh, my God.
So good.
So is challenging Bayley?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's pretty bad.
Why so soon? I don't understand. She's not even ready.
I don't get it either because she hasn't beaten any of I think she had one match. She beat Carmella, I think, early on. But she hasn't beaten anybody on the roster of importance. She hasn't taken on any of the new girls. I think this is a little bit of a swerve. I believe she's going to end up teaming with Nia Jax. We'll see if that happens. But who knows? I'm not really sure at this point. Just as long as she doesn't walk out next week as champion, that's all I care about. They want to put her in a match and embarrass her. That's fine because Bayley's going to embarrass this girl. Plain and simple.
Yeah. I think she's in that position. I think we all know why she's in that position. I mean, look at her.
She's there because she's gorgeous, which I don't have a problem with. I have no problem with that. None. None.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can be effective in so many other ways. Keep her out of the ring. Keep her out of the ring. And the fact is, I believe she's 30. So she's likelihood of her, the likelihood of her being a Trish Stratus who did bloom late, it's very, very unlikely. What people forget about Trish Stratus, yes, she bloomed late, but she was an athlete her whole life. She was a fitness guru. Yeah. That's who she was. Eva Marie could barely jump rope if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch her do it, but, you know.
Yeah.
Because she is gorgeous. Ugh.
Yes, she is. I've heard a few people say that she's not, and then I was just telling them, like, wait, what do you mean? Like,
teach his own, I guess.
Just don't look at the wrestling. Just, you know, minus the wrestling.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, she's not my type. I was like, oh, all right, well, I don't know why.
Hey, that's to each his own, you know. Some people, that's not for them. I don't get that. But, hey, that's just me.
Yeah. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. Is that his name, Chad Gable?
Yeah.
They're amazing.
They are. They are a great tag team.
They're an amazing team.
They're quickly becoming one of my favorite things to watch on WWE in wrestling, and just in wrestling in general. I'm really them, New Day. It really, I'll watch them every time they come on the screen. I love what they're doing.
Yeah, they're amazing. I was a little late though. I didn't get to watch the whole NXT.
Oh yeah.
Because I came home from school. And so I saw that you were on, but I did go back a little bit and see what was happening. So then I saw you were like, oh, okay. Get on Dave's.
Well, that's cool. I appreciate that. Come hanging out with the fat guy, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. Absolutely.
You got anything else for me?
No, man. I just wanted to touch on that Eva Marie subject.
Awesome. Well, go catch up on NXT. Go watch that Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, and Ascension match and treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's great.
I'm going to do that right now. Yeah.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Take it easy.
All right, man. Take care.
Thanks for the call. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good call. Very good call. Just boom. Just boom. All right, let's get back in. We're almost done. We almost got through all of the notes here. The Dana Brooke thing, she can't talk. Like, not even cut promos. She just has a problem with speech. I hate the way she speaks. It grinds my gears. So then that leaves us with Bayley and Alexa Bliss, which I thought the match was good. I don't think that it was a bad match by any stretch of the imagination, but it certainly wasn't epic. And considering this match, this feud has been kind of building for a while, you kind of expected a little bit more, you know? And I knew because when I saw how much time was left that we weren't going to get a super competitive, like we weren't getting Sasha Bayley. That's what I'm driving at. We weren't going to get that. But with some of the new people that are coming in, maybe they just feel that it's time to push her aside for whatever reason. At least that's the thought until Eva Marie comes out. When Eva Marie comes out, you're just kind of like, what? What? Now, I was very happy to see her, and I don't need to go into detail again of just how gorgeous she looked tonight, because she did. But I want to know what you guys think about Eva Marie. Not the wrestling, not the talking, but how do you feel about how the fans treat her? Do you feel that it's fair? Because I almost feel like it's almost unfair. Like I start sympathizing for poor Eva because, my God, they just do not give her a chance to talk. And I know part of the game is being able to adapt and adjust to your surroundings and be that person, but man, she can't do it because she lost her place. She tried to save it by calling everyone nerds. Didn't really work. It was just one of those. It looked like Bayley at one point was even going to try to shush the crowd because it was that bad. I don't know if it's all crowds that are going to react to her in this way or if it's just the Full Sail Arena crowd. I really don't know. And this is one of those situations where even if she was improving in the ring, even if she was improving on the mic and everything was going the way that some people would like, Vince and whoever else is really pushing her, Kevin Dunn, because that's their type of girl. Here's the issue. When WWE, not all wrestling organizations, specifically WWE and Vince McMahon, when we sniff out, the smart marks sniff out that they have their new golden boy, or in this case, girl, we rebel. It really doesn't even matter how good that person may or may not be. Look, Roman Reigns has all kinds of deficiencies, but he's nowhere near as bad as some people make him out to be. I mean, that's reality. And it's just because we know that what's going to happen, because we know that these people are going to be the ones pushed, we get resentful. We get resentful and then we rebel against them. And it does suck. Like, case in point, we didn't get what we wanted a couple years ago when Batista came back. Batista's had a borderline Hall of Fame career. I think for some people, in the WWE in particular, Batista is a Hall of Famer. Now, I wouldn't put him in, but there's a lot of people that they've let in that I wouldn't let in. Rikishi's not a Hall of Famer to me, and he's in the Bushwhackers. As much as I love the Bushwhackers, not a Hall of Famer. But Batista probably is. He got booed because we knew that's what WWE was going to do. We knew that that was their guy. And not only did we know that he was going to win that match, but he was going to supposed to go on and win the whole damn thing at WrestleMania. And it enraged everybody, and we rebelled, and we actually got what we wanted. The match changed. The idea changed. And WWE's done it because they did it with Roman Reigns. They're not doing it all the time, and I think that's the dangerous precedent. And that's kind of what we forget about as fans, that I think we get our way more than we want to acknowledge, but because we get our way, sometimes we become entitled, and we figure, well, we can make it happen again. And the next movement, if we chant enough, and even for the guys who may or may not deserve it, if we do this and that, the same thing's going to happen. Well, no, it's not. The WWE isn't going to do it because they sniff out what we're doing. So no, they're not. In fact, sometimes they're going to shove it down our throat even harder. And you can see that specifically with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. It's one of the most nonsensical bookings that I've ever seen of a tournament, especially coming off of devastating news of an injury with Seth Rollins. They had every opportunity to shake things up, but they went with the status quo, and that was it. And it looks like we're going to get it so by the books. Looks like it's going to definitely be Ambrose and Reigns. I am hearing some talk that there is some conversation that Dean Ambrose can be the guy walking out of Survivor Series. There's a lot of push for him to go ahead and win the title instead of Reigns. Will that happen? I have no idea. Terry says he got booed because he wore them big blue wrestling gear. He didn't become Blue Tista until he went back with Evolution. No, he got booed because of the skinny jeans. Skinny jeans Batista is why he got booed. So, no, Daniel Hoover, you're 100% right. If it wasn't for those boos, you'd have an Orton and Batista main event. No. I'm not saying what happened was wrong. I'm just saying when that becomes the expected, it becomes a problem. when we feel that we can always affect change, which, by the way, we shouldn't always be able to affect change. God, no. Because remember, we're the assholes who was going, dude. That's us. Fandango's amazing. We're fandangoing. Get the fuck out of here. It's insane. Oh, God. This next pause is brought to you by the cold, refreshing blast of water. I needed that. I apologize. I needed that. That was good water. Kind of forgot I was on camera. Now I think I upset myself. That was for you guys. That was something special. Let's take a call. Oh, God. Michael Mendoza, you're live with Dead on Dave. I almost just killed myself with water.
I know. I'm watching you right now on the delay, just chugging the whole bottle of water right now. It looked awesome.
That's what I do. Why do you wait to the end now of the show? Why do you wait to the end?
Bro, because I was trying to let you get through the notes. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, man. Call earlier. Because now,
okay. Well,
now I'm wrapping it up. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, well, now I know. My bad. Yeah, I wanted to call early, but I didn't. I feel like nobody ever lets you get through the notes half of the time. So I was like, damn, right. I'm not going to call.
My notes are stupid anyway.
No, yeah, but I just wanted to call, let you get through those, and then
you got for me, buddy?
Figured I'd call in.
Oh wait, I got fart. Oh, whew.
No, man, I just wanted to come and talk about NXT, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's what the show's about today.
Yeah.
So lucky you.
Lucky me. It was a solid show. I mean, I think it was a few things that definitely didn't work tonight, and I agree with a lot of things you were saying, especially about some of the matches, some of the, the matchups that they put up there. It was kind of pointless.
It was meat and potatoes. That's what I really feel. It was just one of those. Let's just get to A to B. We'll showcase some people that we don't necessarily always showcase. NXT is quickly becoming about women and tag teams, and that's what it was tonight.
Yeah, it was brutal what they did to that poor girl, man. But hey, that's what the business is about. So I mean, you can't. It is kind of, that's going to happen. I mean, I listened to your whole thing you said about, this whole thing about the fans and all that stuff, and it is very true. But
well, the interesting thing about it is with certain people, and I think Eva Marie is one of these people, that because of the reaction that she's getting, even though a lot of people are probably booing her because they genuinely don't want to see her, Vince doesn't care about that. All they hear is, look at that reaction. We got to get her give her the belt. Can you imagine the boost she's going to get when she's champion? Make it happen, Paul.
And he's partly right, though, honestly. But at the same time,
if the match is no good, no.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. But the heat that she's getting.
People forget they can't just hand her the belt. She actually has to have a match to get the belt.
Yeah.
What is Bayley supposed to do? Trip and fall to the ring and let her cover her? Because that's the only believable scenario. Unless somebody comes out and Tanya Harding's her.
Yeah, I don't know, man. She's definitely just, I was sitting in my chair watching that, just cringing, and I was like, damn, man, like she's getting blown out over there.
Yeah, she did not handle it well. She did not handle it well.
She never does, though. Even the first time that I think she came out and came out on NXT and she announced that she was going to start wrestling, she came out, the fans booed the living fuck out of her. She still got caught up, and she couldn't even get a word out. So the same thing is.
I've never seen anybody look so good while being so bad.
Oh my god, that's the thing. I felt two different things. She came out, I was like, no, but then at the same time, I was like, yes, because she is what I like to say, come in your pants hot.
Oh yeah,
like you see her and you immediately come in your pants. You can't. It's just fucking. She's smoking hot, man.
She's good so Lord. Good. My nipples lactated. My nipples lactated because of Eva Marie. She gave me mammaries, man.
Yeah, you like the shirt she was wearing. I like she had a fucking ridiculous ass, man. She's got her legs and her ass.
Yeah, but the shirt, because of the tone of it, it looked like she was naked. I was like, that's fantastic. Wardrobe, Makazi's on point.
Yeah, I forget Makazi. That's the guy from Up Up Down Down.
Yeah,
I forgot that he's
who I also believe is
designer.
dating Sasha Banks.
I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. That's crazy to me. But hey,
it's the rumor.
But I also have two questions though.
Yes, sir.
Because I want to get your opinion on it. One question: do you think is this Balor's last feud that he's going to have? And if not, who do you think that he's going to end up dropping that title to? Because eventually, I think that by WrestleMania time, maybe he should probably be up on the main roster, right? Like, who do you see him dropping that title to in the future, in the next couple months?
I don't think it's going to be his last feud. I think that Samoa Joe and him are going to go for the next couple of months. And then NXT is going to either have an event. They're already confirmed to have the night before WrestleMania.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They are getting that. But I have a feeling that we are going to, for the first time, get an NXT match at WrestleMania. And I believe that match will be for the NXT Championship that Finn Balor will still be holding, and it will be against Hideo Itami.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A returning Hideo Itami will be Finn Balor's final feud in NXT. That's what I believe. So
yeah, it's not a bad matchup. Definitely.
That match might steal not just the show, but the year. It's going to have such good build because I think that's when Finn does go heel. I believe when Hideo comes out, they're going to get to the bottom of who took him out, and it'll be Finn Balor. And it's going to be amazing because that evil jacket, that black leather jacket, I know it means evil.
It means something.
Evil. I feel the evil spirits within the jacket, man. I see that evil jacket, and I say, no, jacket, you go to hell, jacket. You do not get him, a Finn Balor, and you don't possess him with the powers of evil, brother. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
That's right, brothers and sisters. That's what we do. We exercise the jackets. I apologize. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
That's all right. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. But hey, I appreciate. Thanks for going with it.
I had to, man.
I appreciate that. You could have left me out you could have left me out to hang, and you didn't. So kudos.
That's all right.
What's your other question?
The other question, because I know you tired. So the other question, man, is that this whole thing with tag teams with Enzo and Cass being kind of taken out by the Mechanics and the Vaudevillains losing their title. Do you potentially see one of those two tag teams coming up relatively soon?
I do. The problem is they both have flaws. I think Cass is legitimately hurt. And I'm not sure. I don't know that I think I actually read that he wasn't, but I don't know. Because I can't think of any other reason why they wouldn't be on television is if they were going up. So they shouldn't have a problem. If they're healthy, they're going to be over. The Vaudevillains have a problem because there is no way that gimmick works on WWE. No way.
It's hard to see it working, but
only if they debut as actual villains again, because it did kind of work when they were villains, but when they're not, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. I could see the hard sell there for them coming out there.
It's a hard sell. Yeah. It's a really hard sell. Where
they might end up being
madly. Yeah, it's a hard sell.
Yeah, because Ascension, that was another thing, man. They looked... I don't understand why they look so good there, but they just don't look good at all in WWE. I don't understand it.
I really don't know. It makes no sense. I guess that's what happens when you get paired with Stardust.
But the weird... Is it bad that I kind of enjoy that shit? Sometimes on Monday Night Raw where I see them in the audience and
the funny thing is everybody that they've paired with Stardust, I actually liked. But it doesn't go anywhere. I like the Cosmic King. I liked Barrett with him. I thought that was good. It just didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, so I can't fully say that I don't. I kind of enjoy it for some strange reason. When they're in the audience and he's got the Stardust section, I don't. Yeah. It's entertaining.
Did you see the latest Up Up Down Down?
I've seen. Which one are you talking about? The one with Seth Rollins?
No, with Eden.
Yes, I saw that one.
Did you see when they talked about Stardust and Cody?
Yeah, how
that was hysterical. God, she's like, fine as hell, ain't she?
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't even know she was. I didn't even know she was married to him until
you didn't know that? Yeah.
Yeah, until I caught it on your show when you mentioned it. I was like,
Cody's
wait, what?
got jungle fever. Cody got jungle fever.
She's smoking out though.
Fever.
She said she was available or something like that, or
I'm available to Stardust. I was like, that sounds dirty. It sounds dirty until you actually come to the realization. Wait, they're the same fucking person. What does that mean? This is like when he's getting ready to go down and like take her to Pound Town, that he puts on the makeup and starts hissing at her, and then like pounds the shit out of her. It's with my star cock. I mean, how does that work? What does that mean? That's just bizarre to me, but it was still sexy.
Yeah, she's definitely sexy. She's definitely very good looking. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. I'm gonna let you go because I know you trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this mammer jammer up. I appreciate the call, man. You know you're one of my favorite callers, and I do appreciate it.
Of course, man. I love calling in, man. I'll definitely
great job. What's your rating?
Definitely talk to you later. Oh, the rating, I'll give it a 7.
7, yeah. I'm right with you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, my friend. Mr. Mendoza, you have a very good evening, good sir.
All right, you too, man. Have a good night.
Peace out, buddy. Michael Mendoza, everybody. Does it get better than Michael Mendoza? I don't think so. So there it is, man. It seems like most people were about a 7 tonight, and that's exactly where I am. 7, German for 7. And I think that's about all I got. I don't know what else you guys have, but I think that's all I've got. So I hope you guys enjoyed NXT tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show. I thought it was very good. Make sure you check out the new gaming show on the channel, Dave Save Point. Sal, the copious graphics guru, designed a brilliant intro for it. And make sure you check that out because it's really cool. And I really like the show. I'm probably going to pare it down a little bit, make it a little bit shorter, a little more focused on 2 or 3 topics, and that's going to be it. But I'm very excited about it. If there's anything that you want to hear talked about specifically in video games, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter at ThatOnDaveV or right here in the chat, and just pass it along. Or just message me on Skype or just David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA. Or like I said on Twitter, at ThatOnDaveV. There you go. But other than that, that's all I got, man. Make sure that you guys are watching everything that's going on the channel and within the community. The great Tommy C over at Shot from the Point, the most badass hockey podcast of all time, where you will find me 3 to 4 times a week over there in the crease with Tommy C. We killed it again tonight. Had a great show. Hope you guys check that out as well. Just tell them that Dave sent you. But other than that, that's all I got. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate all of the support, the likes, the subscribes, the comments. You guys are fantastic, and I love you so much for it. So other than that, let's get up out of here. Now, I did read some of the chat. Wait, Dave hasn't read the chat yet. I did read some of it, the lactating nipples and all of that. I did see that. But who knows? I don't know what else. But yeah, that's all I got. So thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. As always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace. Every so often, a musician emerges that changes the landscape of their genre, changes the definition of what is, alters the rules set by those who came before. That musician brings with him music that shatters the image of the status quo, music that transforms, music that ushers in new inspiration, new ideas, and new life. That musician and that music is here.
And the best in the biz.
December 17th, 2015. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah presents Black Mozart.